Lynn says, how much can a ferret see with cataracts in both eyes?
That is totally dependent on how mature the cataracts are. In some cases they can still see really, really well, but you wouldn't know that without kind of having a look with the scope. You need to basically, if you can see light coming off the back of the eye, if you can still see the structure of the back of the eye, then they're still seeing. If you can't see, they probably can't see. They may be able to see light and dark if you can't see that structure of the eye, but if you can see through it, they can see through it. It's
how do you know?
to know without looking with that bit of kit.
I was going to ask how do you know a cataract's mature, but I suppose it's when it stops playing loud music and actually dresses like an adult. But
yeah, that's it.
So that's actually probably what Little Pepper's got then.
Sorry?
I'm saying that's probably what Little Pepper's got then, because I've noticed that one of his eyes is a bit more, I mean, he's a beano, but when you get the light in it, the light doesn't reflect the same way and it just looks a bit more milky in it. So would that be a cataract?
So if it's actually inside the eye, then it's probably a cataract. So there's two different changes that can happen in the lenses of the eye. You can just get sort of a fibrosis and a drying out of the lens, which is just aging change, and you can get cataracts. And they're quite common in ferrets, actually. We see a lot of cataracts in ferrets. I don't often just see that nuclear sclerosis, which is the old age drying out of the lenses. We see that a lot in dogs. But they can be quite difficult to sort of separate from each other. It's difficult to tell which is which. But I think ferrets tend to get quite a lot of cataracts. As long as it's not actually clouding over the cornea, because the cornea, the front of the eye, should be nice and reflective and moist, and that should always look clear. So if you've got something that is stopping the cornea from looking clear, that's really urgent. If you can see through the front of the eye, but you've got something that's sort of inside in the lens, then that's often a sort of irreversible aging change. You can never be sure without looking at things, but corneal ulcers are something that unfortunately in a lot of animals get left because people think that they're cataracts, and they can lose eyes if they've got a really long-standing ulcer. It's not good.
So that's when it's almost like the milky bit is almost like a film over the top that you could see.
Yes, you can't see into the eye at all. You can't see the iris, and it's not nice and smooth and shiny. It'll look rough, and it'll look... It looks completely different.
Right,
the front of the eye just looks completely different.
No, Pepper's, I'm pretty sure it's inside, because it's more when the light reflects and it's more milky, and you don't see that beautiful pinky quartz that is his eye normally.
And you should see a reflection off the cornea. If you're not seeing a reflection off the cornea, that means it's roughened and there's something going on with the cornea. But if you can see that light reflecting off your cornea, you just can't see it go any further in, then that means it's
all right. Yes, I think I know what you mean. Yes, the cornea.
So if you look at your own eye, the surface is shiny, the light reflects off it. I can see the reflections in your eyes now.
Yes.
So you can see that the surface is clear and clean, and you can see your irises, and you can see the light reflecting.
Right.
If you had something going on with your cornea, you might have part of it would be hazy. You might have all of it would be hazy, and it would look rougher. You wouldn't have that nice clean reflection.
That reflection of my light thing there, the reflection of my lamplight in my eye there, you kind of wouldn't see that.
That's your sort of corneal light reflex. Yeah.